Imagine walking into Zara excited to buy a trending new skirt. You check the price tag and beneath it you find a note. It reads, I made this item you were going to buy, but I didn't get paid for it. Well, this is exactly what happened in 2017. Shoppers across Istanbul, Turkey found these shocking messages hidden inside Zara clothes. They weren't a part of a marketing campaign. These were real cries for help from workers at a factory called Bravo Textile, one of Zara's suppliers. Zara is owned by parent company Inditex, one of the largest fashion retailers in the world, founded by Amancio Ortega in Spain 1975. Ortega created Zara to make fashion accessible to everyone, driven by his personal experience of poverty. He wanted to democratize fashion by creating a business model that allowed for the rapid production of trendy, high quality clothes at affordable prices, breaking from the traditional system where such items were only for the wealthy. The first ever store featured low priced, look-alike products of popular, higher end clothing and fashion. And in 1985, Inditex was incorporated as a holding company, which laid the foundations for a distribution system capable of reacting to shifting market trends extremely quickly. Zara revolutionized the fashion industry with the concept of fast fashion. They have the ability to design, produce, and sell affordable clothing in just weeks. The company became a global giant known for speed, efficiency, and affordability, but that speed came at a cost. To produce millions of garments quickly, Zara has to rely on a vast network of outsourced factories, from Turkey to Bangladesh to China. These factories employed thousands of people, but often existed beyond Zara's direct HR oversight, a blind spot that would soon unravel. The story begins in July of 2016 when Bravo Textile, the factory that made clothes for Zara, Mango, and Next, suddenly shut down overnight. Workers had arrived in the morning to find the doors locked and the owner gone. One employee named Felice Tatya stated, one morning we came to work and the firm was gone. The shutters were closed down, our boss had disappeared. The workers were devastated. They had not been paid for the past 3 months, or given a severance pay. Another worker, Batil Sahin, said, maybe this kind of money is not a big deal for everyone, but for us, every penny counts. We worked so hard for it. We asked Zara, why don't you pay us? Why don't you give us our basic right? Left of nothing, these workers did something extraordinary to make their suffering visible, slipping those spine-chilling notes into Zara's garments, exposing the exploitative and unethical practices behind the brand. The campaign quickly went viral. Thousands of people across the world shared photos and messages on social media under the hashtag, which meant justice for Bravo workers. Customers demanded answers. How can a global brand worth billions allow this to happen? Zara's parent company, Inditex, responded by expressing regret but denied responsibility. Murat Akun, Inditex's manager of sustainability in Turkey, stated, there is unjust suffering here, and we're very sorry that these workers have to endure this. But it's not us. The local firm and its boss has caused this suffering. He has escaped justice. But global HR experts and NGOs argue that this wasn't enough. According to the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights, companies have a duty of care to ensure ethical working conditions across their entire supply chain, even if the workers aren't their direct employees. After immense public pressure, Zara reached an agreement with NGOs to establish a hardship fund. This was to help compensate the affected workers. It was a partial victory. The workers finally received some of what they were owed, but the scandal left a lasting scar on Zara's image, raising difficult questions. Who is truly responsible for workers in a global supply chain? And how can HR systems ensure fairness for people they don't directly employ? Today, Zara has taken steps to improve traceability and transparency in its supply chain, but the scandal remains a reminder that culture, ethics, and HR systems must extend beyond company walls. In the end, those little notes in Zara's clothes weren't just about unpaid wages, they were about dignity, voice, and the right to be seen.